Converting between GPT and MBR hard drive without losing data. Note, I don't know a lot about hard drives, so you're going to have to work with me here. My question, can I change my hard drive from GPT to MBR without losing data on it? Note, there isn't an operating system on the laptop which I'm going to do this on. I'm going to boot from a USB and try to convert it.
You can convert from GPT to MBR and MBR to GPT without data loss. I have tried that with gdisk in Linux. Use at your own risk. Run command gdisk dev SDX with SDX as per your HDD partition. MBR to GPT. Enter W to write GPT partition on disk. Press Y to confirm your choice. GPT to MBR. Enter I to enter in recovery and transformation options. Enter G to convert GPT to MBR partition. For information, you can check table by command P. Warning, you will lose your bootloader, xglub. You can check if your partition is GPT or MBR now. Gdisk dev SDX with SDX as per your HDD partition in partition table scan, P.
Making your drive bootable. This is an enhancement to the information provided by Krinol and Clarkfu with more details on the steps to create a BIOS boot partition and install grub to it. If you are changing the partition table on a boot drive, you will need to create a new BIOS boot partition for grub to store the bootloader in. These examples use the drive dev star, which will usually be the boot drive. First, validate that there is space before the current first partition to support a boot partition. FISC-L should show that the first partition starts at sector 2048. If it does, then you have the space required to create the partition. If it doesn't, you cannot follow these instructions and have a bootable system. Use gdisk to convert the partition to GPT. You can now create a new partition for your MBR. Run sudo gdisk dev sd. Enter N to create a new partition. Accept the proposed partition number. You should be able to select a first sector of 34. Set the partition type of F02. You can now write your partition table with W, run partprobe again, and then install grub. You should now be able to reboot your machine without issue.
As Krinol said, disk will ruin your grub. To avoid rescue mode, if boot from BIOS, you better create a BIOS boot partition before you write and quit disk. Otherwise, FE partition is required if boot from UEFI. And you grub install/dev/SDA to fix your bootloader, then reboot, and good luck. I use the 2048 sectors between SDA 1 and SDA 5. Exactly 1 MB for BIOS boot partition.
이웃을 못 자고 불빛을 사이